sticking with the composition that really worked for them, as they are able to go with the Sage once again in this game. AJ starting this one out hot. Are on defense, exactly finding kills on towards this one. Fight is down. 3 kills now over towards the side of Orgless, and Lazarus once again are in a very precarious position. After that pushes up on towards this hookah area. Blackheart, GMG, and Seth are able to find 2 kills, but Orgless trading this one back into a 3-man alive pistol round win. And 2 kills both on Ivo and Zachary. Ivo, probably the person that you most want kills on, as that revive is incredibly powerful. Blackheart GMG finding 2 kills, finding 2 alt orbs, as he is able to take 1 as well as a kill himself. Will give them quite the advantage going forward in these rounds. Lazarus now with pistols once again. Orgless with the upgraded weaponry should be able to extend this into a 2-1 victory. 2-round lead, sorry. So Lazarus still with much to prove, shooting out those tripwires, but AJ finding the early kill, finding 2 with that Marshall. Jackson finding the head of Seth, and Lazarus, this attack is falling absolutely apart. They are able to get the spike down. Zeki finds a kill onto AJ through the smoke, but Jackson finding the 2 kills, and Ivo trading this one out as Lazarus get the spike down, get a kill onto AJ, but with this moving into the bonus round, that's really not that much of an impact. AJ only losing the Marshall after getting 2 kills. And that Marshall is picked up by Ivo, as they do elect to stay with some unupgraded weapons. Aftermath staying with the Spectre. However, Zachary and Jackson picking up the Phantoms. Ivo with the not full armor on the Phantom. Interesting choice from him. AJ with the full armor and the Marshall that was saved over. So Orgless in a very good position. A strong buy. Very good chance for them to win this round, and even if they don't, they still have the economic advantage for the previous 2 round wins. Lazarus, a very good position for them as they look to find themselves their first round with the upgraded weaponry that they have, and look to exploit this definite advantage that they have with Vandals instead. More of a contact play, baiting out some utility. Zachary burning his Molotov, as well as, I believe, both of the slow orbs from Sage before she rotates over towards this A side.
There.
Seth slowing this one down, looking for that long-range shot. Blackheart GMG instead finds a kill. Seth taking quite low on health. The smoke does go out. They're able to clear these close angles with the paint shells, but Aftermath found out but not killed until custom abilities takes him out. 2 kills over towards Lazarus, and that is a man parity for the side of Orgless. Ivo on the rotation quickly is able to take 3 out already, and Lazarus now taken out. Orgless with those Phantoms, despite not having the best weaponry compared to Lazarus, able to find that round win. Lazarus, they had those angles cut off. They have the paint shells going in. Those paint shells are going to kill anybody that's in cubby. And even if they don't, you're going to be able to flick over and find that kill relatively easily due to the screen shake and the amount of damage that those nades do. Not checking that left side and allowing Aftermath to find 2 kills of people in the air is, essentially what led them to defeat in that previous round. Lazarus not doing their due diligence, and Aftermath as well as Ivo playing very aggressively over towards this long side, finding the initial kill. Ivo finding another kill, but Blackheart GMG and Blackheart GMG finding 3 kills with the Ghost. Not what you want to see in an anti-eco round. Lazarus baiting out those rotations, and Orgless exactly what we were talking about in that pre-game area, baiting out those rotations, punishing that over-rotation, and AJ now stuck on a site, but able to find a kill through the box. And a body shot is not enough to find that kill. Instead, he had to find the headshot, and he did. That is incredible. He is still in a 1-on-3, now in a 1-on-2 position. The spike is now in the hands of Blackheart GMG. He is able to get the bomb, the spike down behind the APC, and AJ forced into a very aggressive position with the operator not able to find those aggressive plays, and instead resulting in him burning his ultimate, which allows Lazarus to find the first round of this game. Tanaka not showing up so far in this game. He has been one of their 2 operator players, and hopefully now that he has an operator in hand, he will be able to open things up. Typically, we've seen more work from Lazarus with the operators on defense, as operators are typically much better for holding those passive angles. However, both teams are deciding to play very aggressive with the operators. Tanaka finding an early kill onto Jackson, AJ finding one onto Seth. That is a very quick trading out of players. That smoke, just a very small window for AJ to find a kill. AJ turning around and finding a kill onto Wilzeki, is not able to find that kill onto custom abilities, but has done enough damage towards the side of Lazarus. Custom abilities jumping through the teleporter makes a ton of noise, and that will indicate the rotations coming out for Orgless. He is able to find some information on towards this hookah area, but Ivo reviving AJ and Zachary finding the kill on some custom abilities will spell this round out for Lazarus. Tanaka finding a kill onto Zachary, his second of the round. Great stuff from him, getting himself onto the board. But Orgless just really playing incredibly aggressive. AJ pushing up short with the operator is not necessarily something that you would expect. The operator is very powerful at holding those long angles, but he's just playing incredibly aggressive with it, and it is working. 7-4, 7-4, is putting in work. Ivo, not the highest scorer on his team with his Sage play in the previous game, but now 7-1. He played very well on Reyna in the first map, and is one of the hallmark players of Orgless. He's playing extremely well, and hopefully he will be able to continue that momentum as Orgless continue to find kill after kill. Lazarus now in a 3-on-5 scenario, and those early kills coming out for Orgless once again, punishing Lazarus. Lazarus not expecting that aggression despite having 2 straight games of non-stop pushing from Orgless on defense, and they're being caught out. One of those kills by teleporter outside of shower. Seth finding an early kill on towards Zachary, but Ivo sneaking in behind them, finding the kill onto Blackheart GMG as Seth is caught out by the rotation from A. Lazarus now just on to Wilzeki, who has the spike on towards A. He does have the spike. He is spotted out by a tracking dart as well as the tripwire that does go off. He plants the spike in the middle of the open and will go down. Jackson finding that kill. 4 people kept alive for Orgless. 5-1. This is looking very difficult for Lazarus in this deciding map. 8-1. 8-1, 8-4 for Ivo and AJ, and they are absolutely working it for Orgless. Great to see from both of them, and really great consistent performance from these 2 players in all three of these games so far. So Seth now just at the bottom of the board, 2 kills so far has fallen off. Custom Abilities is playing well, but we need both of these players to step up. And AJ finding a kill onto Tanaka, finding another kill onto Blackheart GMG, and just shutting down these pushes with the aggressive hopping play. Does miss that shot onto Custom Abilities, and rushes right in with the shorty, but a bit too aggressive as Seth is able to capitalize on that, finding the kill onto AJ, finding quite a bit of damage onto Jackson. Onto Zachary. Seth finding one kill onto Zachary, but will be taken out by Aftermath. The Hellfire coming down, finding damage, but more importantly, pushing those players off of the defuse. But Aftermath able to find the kill onto Custom Abilities and find themselves a 6th round. Lazarus, just on pistols, able to find 2 kills. Good stuff from them, but there's enough people alive for Orgless to easily take those weapons up. And Custom Abilities in a 1-on-3, in the first game, I would have sided with him. He's great. He was able to deny that defuse in the first game very well. However, with just a pistol and in a 1-on-3, I really wouldn't use my ultimate. I would save that for a later round, as Lazarus now only have 2 to the 2 of Orgless. They are able to full buy up in this round, and Tanaka finally getting themselves a man advantage. Blackheart GMG doubling that up as well, but Ivo trading one back with the secondary off. Ivo finding another kill just below the wall, finds a second. AJ finding a third for the team. Wilzeki finding a wallbang himself, but it is now onto a 2-on-2 Orgless, still with AJ alive. And Tanaka, with an open A site, could have had the ability to just go for the plant. Instead, working over towards mid with that operator, and could have an absolute big brain play going for the flank. Wilzeki is able to find a kill onto Jackson. And I'm sorry for doubting them. Lazarus utilizing the sound cue to bait out rotations. AJ now on this B side, both players watching this angle. Tanaka now able to get the spike down, and AJ, he's good, but I don't know if he's going to be able to isolate these 1v1s. Is able to find the head of Tanaka, but Wilzeki in towards that cubby position, swings out for his 3rd of the round, finding the head of AJ and netting themselves a 2nd round. AJ 12-6, incredible performance from him. He has been absolutely outstanding. Blackheart GMG now top fragging in the previous game, sticking up for his team, standing out for his team once again. Tanaka opening up these kills with that operator, and everything is slowly coming together for Lazarus. This time, Orgless are not the ones hot right off the bat, and Lazarus having a bit of a slow burn before they start to push up. Tanaka exposing himself with the operator, going for a very aggressive sensor arrow as Ivo is able to take him out. They knew that Ivo plays over towards B. They know that he has a lot of money, but they do not respect it, and Lazarus once again punished for their mistakes. Jackson finding the kill onto Wilzeki, a very common teleporting spot for that Omen. And now it is just left onto Custom Abilities on towards this A site to hold on for dear life. He has drawn 4 members over towards this A side. He is blinded out and shot through the wall. Zachary over on the other side of the map takes down the spike carrier of Blackheart GMG and is just left onto Seth, as he is taken out. Orgless with a flawless round, and Lazarus falling apart in these later rounds. It was looking very good for them. They had those early picks, but just not respecting the fact that Orgless has more money than them, is able to buy up in the rounds even after they lose. And Ivo finding another kill, 11-2. His eco rating is going to be crazy. 2 deaths with 9 rounds on the board, that is crazy. Lazarus, their shining, their silver lining is that they have more ultimates. They have 3 to the 0 of Orgless. However, Aftermath and Ivo have better guns, and they're able to find 3. Custom abilities is able to find one with the Sheriff. However, that's not enough. Custom abilities finds a second. He is stepping up in the likes of which we saw in the first round. He's finding that operator, not his commonly preferred weapon. That would be Tanaka's preferred weapon. However, AJ, better than both of them. He is finding those kills, and AJ shutting him down. Tanaka, now with just the operator, is able to find AJ. AJ makes some very aggressive position plays, not ones that I would necessarily recommend. Pushing through a smoke with a shorty against an operator, not the best play, and we did not see that pan out for them. Orgless are showing a bit of those signs of overstepping their bounds. However, 7-2, you have 7,000 in the bank. You can afford to make those mistakes, and you can afford to go for those aggressive plays. Zachary over towards Garden will be able to collapse on Tanaka, and in a 1-on-2, there's just too many positions that Tanaka can be collapsed on. He has the opportunity to go for the plant. He also has the opportunity to just save this. He does go for the plant and will give over the sound cue. Zachary able to pull this one out, and he knows where Tanaka is, but that is metal. You can't shoot through it. And Tanaka was given a second chance, but Zachary took it away as well. Orgless 8-2. Lazarus looking absolutely dazed on this attacking side. Orgless have been better on attack in these previous games. Lazarus has been better on defense. However, this is not a good scoreline for Lazarus. 8-2. This is not looking good. Seth, who has been stepping up in both of the previous games, is absolutely off the board. But that's not that much behind their top fragger. Only 6 frags in 10 rounds off their top fragger. Tanaka stepping up for the team, finding an early kick. Will they respect the plays from Orgless? They do. They decide to back off. Ivo dropping the wall is able to get Zachary back up and running just on 100 HP. Does drop the shock arrow for a bit of damage onto the Omen of Orgless. However, Lazarus still in a very difficult position. Rolling Thunder coming out for an A-side execute as they look for a mainly A-side short push. AJ is able to take out Wolzeki only after Seth is able to find a kill with a rocket tube, and the spike does go down. Seth in a very boosted position, able to find the possibly a bit too greedy teleport from Aftermath, and Orgless finally are in a difficult position. Lazarus are in an advantageous position in the post-plant scenario. Seth taken out by Ivo as he just walks onto site. Tanaka bested by AJ once again, walking in towards that peak. Custom abilities dropping that ultimate once again. Just the breach left alive. That incendiary nade does so much for them, and Blackheart GMG swings out but is taken out by Ivo, and Orgless find a 9th round. Lazarus just 2 rounds in this attacking half. It looked good for them, but they just did not watch their ankles. Ivo was able to just walk onto site and take out Seth, and then allowed AJ to find the fight onto Tanaka. Custom abilities did slow them down with the Brimstone ulti as well as the incendiary nade. However, just not enough. That aftershock from Breach coming out way too early. The incendiary was already down. You don't need to layer those, as the incendiary already does enough. However, Lazarus able to get the man advantage once again. Tanaka finding another kill towards this long side. Ivo, however, once again, they don't respect the third player, and he's able to take 2 out. Seth finally finds more kills, and he's able to trade these ones out. Lazarus, 3 rounds on the board to 9. Not a great scoreline, but definitely a much-needed round for them to keep this third map viable. Orgless have just been rolling over them so far. They've been playing extremely well on attack. They're now on defense. They're now on attack. Sorry, Lazarus on defense. These are the more preferred sides, at least in this matchup so far. Lazarus has done much better on defense than they have on attack so far. Orgless attack does tend to suit their more frag-heavy playstyle, but Lazarus, a very tough ask for them. They're on defense, 3 rounds to 9. This pistol round is a must-win for them. If they lose this, it is almost game over. AJ starting this one out well for them, finding a ton of damage onto Seth, as well as a first kill onto custom abilities. Seth forced all the way back in towards Shower's Aftermath, finding a kill onto Tanaka, as well as Blackheart GMG. Wilzeki, one of the rotators, is able to find 1 kill before being traded out by Ivo, and is just left onto Seth with 2 points of health, who's taken out by a body shot from Zachary. This is looking like an absolute stomp for Orgless. Lazarus, so close to winning and closing out the series on Ascent, 11-13. It looks like they've just run out of steam. Orgless playing aggressively, playing confident. AJ, 18-8. Not the best KD compared to Ivo, but he has been integral in every single round. Ivo was very good in the previous rounds, but AJ stepping up, topping the leaderboard with that operator and scout picks. Finding the early kill onto Seth. They didn't buy armor as he was able to one-shot body shot them. Lazarus now just onto a 2-on-5 retake scenario. Orgless in a very advantageous position. Aftermath just speed running this as they are able to find kill after kill, and it is just left onto Wilzeki, who is taken out on the flank by Jackson. 11-13. Orgless now with the bonus round at a very comfortable economic and round lead. AJ keeping up the streak, 19-8 in this game. Unfortunately, we have not seen a 30 bomb so far in the 30 bomb invitational playoffs. Hopefully, AJ, if this game goes long enough, we could definitely see one coming out from him. Seth taking him out before Ivo trades one back onto Blackheart GMG is a good sign for Lazarus, but Ivo trading one back onto custom abilities is able to salvage this round out. And Aftermath pushing through once again. Seth lurking behind is able to find one onto Zachary. Spike down in a very difficult position is very good for Lazarus. However, it is just left onto their Sova in a 1-on-2 position. Ivo boosting himself up with the wall does get a ton of information. A great crossfire. Tanaka in a almost unwinnable position. Ivo finding a 3rd kill onto him. He did the best that he could, but it was just not enough. Orgless now 12-3. Ivo 20 kills into this game. He's been absolutely integral on this win, on this game that is looking like a very blowout win for Orgless. And Lazarus just not with the answers. Just do not have the answers. Yeah, Orgless now with 9 opportunities for a map point. Aftermath is shut down by Wolzeki. That is a good first step for Lazarus. However, they do look to be pushing over towards this A side. Zachary finding the first kill on towards Tanaka. Wilzeki finding a kill onto Ivo from the cubby position. However, that is now walled off. And Lazarus are not able to deny the spike from going down. Jackson does stop as he's taking... he is able to get the spike down. AJ is on Overwatch with the operator. Very powerful position from them. Orgless with cover from the Sage, while Wolzeki finding another kill onto Zachary. AJ taking out Wolzeki. Custom abilities trading one out onto Zachary. And AJ is just left as the last player alive. This is the best player that you would like to see alive for the side of Orgless, but Blackheart GMG finding another kill. Letting the dream live just that tad bit more. 3 seconds remaining on the clock for them. A very close round, but Lazarus able to keep this one in the bag. 8 rounds to go for them. Very daunting task, but still doable. We have seen, I don't know if we've seen this big of a comeback. We nearly saw Oxygen Supremacy come back versus Ukers with a 10-round deficit, which was, I believe, it was 12-2. They came back, but Oxygen did lose the game 13-10. A very valiant effort from them. But Lazarus with a similarly daunting task. 8 rounds in a row will have to manage the enemy's economy, keep them low. But Orgless, no matter what, will still have a ton of opportunities. Custom abilities and Seth making their way back up. They're able to find 2 kills. Lazarus in a very good position in this round, a 5-on-3 position. All 5 players over towards this A site. Tanaka finding a kill, and the last 2 members rotate over through the teleporter. Orgless are able to definitely get the spike down, but the teleport coming out from Wilzeki does put a bit of a thorn in their plans. The Hellfire pushes them off of the site. Blackheart GMG shutting down Ivo, and the spike now in control of Lazarus. They're able to shut Jackson down. He is able to find a kill onto Tanaka, but 3 members kept alive for Lazarus, and they shut down all the players from Orgless. Lazarus now keeping players alive, keeping this momentum going. As they look to go for the comeback, that is their only option. 1-1, Lazarus taking the initial map of Haven as Orgless struck back on Ascent. Both teams winning each other's map picks. All teams really have overlapping map pools, as really there's only 4 maps in the game. You can only play a best of 3 on most of the maps. You got to know every single one of them, and all of these teams showing that they are competent on each of these teams, not really kowtowing to the others just because it's their map pick, really giving it their all. And Tanaka able to find information as to that push towards Hookah. Orgless pushing 5 strong over towards this Hookah side are caught out by the Sova Dart, but not to be worried as they push on towards site. Tanaka finding 1 on towards Zachary. Wolzeki lurking in towards the smoke, finds 2 before being taken out by the ultimate of AJ. Ivo, the final remaining player, shuts down Tanaka as he switched to his secondary weapon, but just half health. And with the spike in the control of Lazarus, this is looking like a 6th round for them, clawing just ever so closer to that comeback victory. Seth with that amplification field will be in a very good position to hold this angle. Ivo goes for the aggressive play, but Seth able to shut him down, and Orgless now will have to, will still be able to buy, Seth, as well as the rest of his team, very good on money, as they've kept 3 alive in the previous 2 rounds. They should not be worried too much about their economy, as if they lose a round, they're out. Game over. Orgless take the map. If Orgless lose a round, they still have quite a buffer. However, they do have to watch out for their economy. If they run themselves too dry, if they keep force buying every round, they will run into several eco rounds that allow Lazarus to keep their footing. And then you really see that mental aspect of the gameplay. Going 7 rounds down in a row is very difficult. And that can put some mental blocks into the defenders. Or whoever's losing those around. Blackheart GMG finding a first kill, starting this one out well, and Lazarus starting to win those initial gunfights earlier. Orgless now in a 4-on-5 situation. They are looking towards a short A execute. However, Lazarus are very prepared with 3 members on toward this side. Tanaka peeking over towards long, knows that there's not much aggression over towards this side. And Omen able to block off sightlines, slowing down this push, and he does go over for the rotate late into this round. 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Lazarus have a very good defense position, and Orgless could be walking right into their absolute doom. Custom abilities spamming through the smoke, able to find one. Zachary and Jackson finding 2, but Will Zeki trading one out onto Jackson and is left onto a 2-on-3. Zachary finding another kill onto Will Zeki. AJ stepping up with the operator, trades this one back and is left onto a 1-on-2. They're able to deny those default plant positions, and Tanaka able to find the kill onto Zachary, stops the plant from going down, and the spike now in the hands of AJ will be able to get the plant down just in the nick of time. Less than half a second remaining, in Tanaka and AJ are pushed into a very close 1-on-1 op v op. Tanaka has shown up for his team so far, but AJ in a very advantageous position. The spike, planted exactly for him. Tanaka now pulling out these areas, knows exactly where his counterpart is playing from. However, AJ is able to just cleanly walk around a great post-plant position from him. And Orgless, 13-6, able to stop that comeback from Lazarus and find the first victory, 2-3, against Lazarus. You'd have to say AJ performing absolutely out of his mind. He top fragged in our previous game.